You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Arthur Morgan was dangerous, sharp, a man who survived gunfights, betrayals, and a life built on violence. So how does someone like that end up sitting in front of a nun and quietly saying, "I'm afraid"? Afraid of what? That one line completely changed how we see Arthur and how we understand his entire story. So today I want to explain what Arthur really meant when he said those two words.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
Everything begins when Arthur contracts tuberculosis. In Red Dead Redemption 2, this isn't just an illness, it's a turning point. TB slowly strips Arthur of his strength, not all at once, not dramatically, little by little. And as his body weakens, something else happens. Arthur finally starts to see clearly. In 1899, tuberculosis wasn't something you recovered from. There was no cure, no real treatment, no second chance. Back then, TB, often called consumption, was basically a death sentence. Not a quick one, but slow, exhausting fate. People didn't just die from it, they waited. They waited while their bodies failed them, and while their mind had nothing left to distract them. And for someone like Arthur, a man who lived through action, chaos, and violence, that silence was terrifying.
That's quite a cough.
Sure. Tuberculosis. I'll be dead soon. And you with me, Mr. Milton.
You'll be dead, sure. But I'm gonna be just fine.
Tuberculosis doesn't just kill Arthur's body, it forces him to slow down. It takes away his ability to hide behind violence. It removes the illusion that he can fix everything with a gun. For the first time in his life, Arthur is alone with his thoughts. And those thoughts are heavy. He starts thinking about the people he's hurt, the lives he's ruined, the path he blindly followed for years. And most importantly, he started wondering how he'll be remembered. That's why the meeting with the sister matters so much. Arthur doesn't say, "I'm afraid to Dutch." He doesn't say it to John. He says it to someone who represents forgiveness, faith, and moral clarity. In that moment, Arthur isn't confessing weakness. He's asking a question without saying it out loud. Is it possible to change even now? And that's where the fear comes from. Arthur isn't afraid of dying. By that point, he's already accepted that. What he's afraid of is dying without meaning. He's afraid that he waited too long to become better, that his suffering came too late, that redemption might no longer be possible. He finally understands the man he should have been, right when no longer has time to be that man. And that realization is devastating. That's why Arthur's story hits so hard, because Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't force redemption on you. In Arthur's final days, you decide who he becomes. Kind or cruel, selfish or selfless, bitter or compassionate. The game gives you freedom not to save Arthur, but to define his legacy. Arthur Morgan wasn't afraid of death. He was afraid of dying before becoming someone better. And maybe that's why this moment stays with us for so long. Because deep down it's asking us the same question. If you realize your mistakes today, would you still have time to change?
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
All aboard!
If this moment stayed with you too, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy videos that dive deep into unforgettable moments in games, feel free to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.